Is this the least prepared we've ever been for the top 10?
100%.
Yeah. Ooh, I finished my list about 10 minutes before I left my house to come over here.
I finished it about 5 minutes before you got here.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it was a great year for digging records.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
But that also means that the top 10, first of all, I didn't have much time to do it.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff I wish I'd gotten a chance to listen to way more.
Sure.
I can say that if you gave me another week, outside of my top 3, whole list could probably be rearranged.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, no, I'm in exactly the same situation as you.
I guess that means I'm showing some things in this that I haven't had an opportunity to show so far.
Oh, definitely. I'm showing quite a few, I think, actually.
Okay,
so.
I think I am as well, actually. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
I think we're still planning on trying to get caught up a little bit, maybe over the course of 2 or 3 videos. But yeah, we're gonna have to hit it hard, and
sorry, internet.
Yeah. So yeah, my list, my top 10, most of them come from one location, Vintage Vinyl.
Okay.
As that was our big place. And my normal rule is only in the wild finds.
Okay.
I broke that rule last year on accident.
You did.
I kind of forgot that was one of my rules. And this year I
Group
broke
Image,
it on,
right? Did it for you last year?
I think so. I think that was the one. This year I broke it on purpose. There's a few things from eBay and one thing from Discogs that I have on here, but they were just such good finds and still great deals that I had to put them on. So
I know I've got at least one thing that came from the internets, and I'm okay with that. And I also want to put out there, every year I try to include something that was VCLT.
Yeah.
I had a few ways I could have gone about that this year, but it would have been a weird way of putting everything together, and I just it didn't end up doing it that way. But we do want to thank everybody who spends money or finds records or whatever and sends stuff our way. We really appreciate it. Everybody out there in the vinyl community, your generosity is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So we can't thank you enough.
Agreed. Totally.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we jump into it?
Yeah. I went first last year. Have we ever rotated?
I
feel like we need to be a little bit more diplomatic about this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You went first last year. I'll go first. I have shown this in a video. No, I showed it in our last record run video. In fact, it's from Vintage Vinyl, from our big haul, kind of end of July, early August.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, the number 10 spot, The Art of Lovin', original on Mainstream. I'll show the label there, the little eye candy.
Love that blue Mainstream.
It's just so simple, but so well designed. This is great. I paid $17 for this. Average value on Discogs is $135, so pretty good deal there. Not bad at all. But the music on it is really, really good. It's pop psych. Pretty short songs for the most part. I think there's one or two that extend out past 3.5, 4 minutes. But for the most part, it's just kind of a fuzzed up pop psych ride from start to finish, and it's really, really good. This is one of those, maybe if it had more time on the turntable, it'd be a little bit higher up the list. But there were a few things that I found that just edged it out, and we'll get to those a little bit later on. But yeah, this is fantastic stuff. Can't recommend this enough, and this is, coming at number 10. So there you go.
I usually tend to start with a steal of a deal, and I've got actually a few of them to start with. So my prices are a little bit all over the place, a little bit higher towards the end of the list here, but but $5.
Oh yes,
$5. Incredible string band, Hangman's Beautiful Daughter. Actually listened to a lot of incredible string band this year. 5,000 Spirits. Steve sent that over from the UK. But this is the one that has stood out to me the most. $5. Picked this up in New York City. Obviously a little bit folk psych, that's what you're talking when you're talking incredible string band. But I'm a fan of this one. Over 5,000 Spirits of the Onion, or Layers of the Onion. And I totally understand why that's just an opinion thing.
Sure,
but
totally.
This is the one I'd go with and have gone with the most throughout the year. I want some folk psych. I want to listen to some incredible string band. But this has just been kind of a go-to in that regard. And again, I dropped a Lincoln on this bad boy, so
can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
God made a song when the world was...
My number 9 is from the record show, St. Louis Record Show. I don't even remember which one. Early in the year, maybe the March one. I honestly can't remember.
Was missed.
Yeah.
Oh.
$3.
Oh.
Chad and Jeremy's The Ark. Their follow-up of Cabbages and Kings. Average value on Discogs is like $15. So it's not an expensive album. It's kind of hard to find, but it's not rare. You know, one of those.
Yeah.
And I love this. This is better than Cabbages and Kings for me.
All you had to say.
Yeah.
Now I'm jealous.
Oh, man. Art of Lovin' is pop psych, but it's more on like the fuzzed up psych side of things. This is pop psych, but Baroque. A little more mellow. A little bit floaty, I would say. And I freaking love it. I played this a ton this year. The opening track, The Emancipation of Mr. X, it's such a strong opening song that you just are like, oh, I'm in. I'm in. But yeah, if you like Up Cabbages and Kings, you gotta track this one down. This is fantastic.
This, I think, is the only record, having gone back over everything from the year, watched our videos, that I promised would make the top 10.
Ooh.
And again, the value, I'll reiterate, as I said in the other video, not that high. But for a sealed copy of Shanti, $5. It was $4.99 at that vintage vinyl hall.
Yeah.
And I cannot even say that this is one where you're like, oh, that's the standout track. It's more a put it on and you're just there, man.
Yeah.
Average price can't be above $15 for it. But it's not terribly common. I think I said in the other time I showed it, it's great for making dinner. It's great for making dinner, and it's great for making love. It's great to take a nap too. It's such good music, dude. Yeah. It's such good music. And again, I haven't sought out a bunch of information about it. It's just fun.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good call. Number 8 from Vintage Vinyl. It is Mecki Markman, Running in the Summer Night. A Swedish group, deep psych, heavily influenced by Jimi Hendrix. These guys listened to Hendrix and were like, we want that sound. We're going to make a Hendrix album. And the lead singer even sounds like Hendrix. The guitar sounds like Hendrix. But oh my gosh, this was one, like, the first listen to this, I couldn't believe that it sounded so much like Hendrix and I'd never heard of it before. You know what I mean? It's one of those, like, people seek that sound out in their psych and go nuts when they find something like it. And I just hadn't heard of this album. I'd heard of the group, but had always heard them described as more of a prog rock band, like an early progressive, still a little bit psychedelic group. To my ears, this is deep, heavy psych. There is some prog influence, but it's more in that there's a little bit of a jazz influence to things. But very fuzzed up guitar, very heavy, very blues psych influenced. It's just so freaking good. If you're looking for some heavy psych, this is it, man. This is it. With me in my mind.
So this one, also Vintage Vinyl Hall.
Okay, cool.
Also Steal of a Deal. Also a one-upper.
Oh.
You turned me on to this, and I couldn't be more grateful because I really love Markley, a group. I don't even. It doesn't necessarily play like a full album experience in one sense, but it all somehow fits on this disc. And in knowing that the group was what it was, this manufactured, torn about, turned back on, turned around and re-put back together sort of thing.
Yeah.
You're like, no wonder the music's kind of all over the place. But it never feels disjointed, and it never all the way feels disconnected.
Right.
It just feels distant from itself. But it works.
It does.
On Markley, a group.
Yeah.
Truck stop.
Alright, this is the first of my online purchases. This one came from Discogs. If you go to this album and look at the lowest sold price, that's the copy I got.
Whoa!
Yeah. The Savage Resurrection. Self-titled, their only album. I got this for, with shipping, 44 bucks. This is fantastic. It opens with Thing in E, which sounds like a prog track. You know, like, it could be a classical.
Cool with that. I like that.
But it's 3 minutes and it's hard and heavy, and the rest of the album kind of maintains that feel. But the only track that's maybe a little bit softer and floatier is Tahitian Melody. Very Eastern influenced, kind of floaty, but it's fantastic. The rest of the album, like I said, has that crunch, that hard, like, ripping guitar sound, lots of guitar solos on here, a few extended jams, but for the most part, it's pretty tight, hard and heavy psych rock. And it's in that cover. Look at the cover.
So my number 7, Online Fine.
Ooh.
I got it for 25 or 26 bucks. I paid for this one. Lord Sitar.
That's cool, man.
Lord Sitar. Capital EMI, total cash in.
Yeah.
Big Jim Sullivan
is
the guitarist who's playing sitar on this. So interesting story though. I put it on a bunch, and on both sides I was like, oh, I liked that, save for maybe one track. Then I put it on again, and I was like, oh yeah, there's that one track I didn't like on side 1 and one I didn't like. And this kept happening, and I was like, what is the one I don't like? And I realized it just changed. It was like every single time, it's just, I think I hear something that I like, and then I'm like, oh, I wish that track was a little bit longer.
Right.
And the next track isn't the same. But I ended up listening to this at the end of a lot of like really, really exhausting days.
Yeah.
It kept me in something that brought solace to some really tough, busy days. So
very cool, man.
Lord Sitar worked out well.
Awesome. That's a cool one. Alright, at the risk of this video sounding just like an advertisement for vintage vinyl in St. Louis, this was another vintage vinyl find. This is Ivory, self-titled. I got it for 20 bucks. Again, average price is around 40-ish. This is just an immaculate copy, just so clean and crisp. This is so good. I know I talked it up in that last video. If you want a little bit longer review, check that out. But very Jefferson Airplane-esque, but like imagine the heaviest stuff on After Bathing at Baxter's, and that's 90% of this album. It just maintains a very, very West Coast heavy psych sound. I listened to the crap out of this album. It was one that I took in the car with me, not digitally, but played it a lot on my commute. I'd get home and play it on the turntable. It was just one of those I couldn't stop playing this year, and yeah, so it's coming in at number 6.
Blasphemous children confused with death.
I liked this a lot, but I thought that the boxes that it checked could have been checked by a lot of LPs this year.
Oh, interesting.
And it was one where it took that final listen.
Yeah.
And this one can get a little proggy.
Okay.
Can get a little bit, oh, I see what they did there. And yet, for an original of the nicest thoughts of Emerlist Daz Jack, I'm never going to say it right. I felt like it had to go on here.
Yeah.
This was the one I got at the November record show from our buddy Greg.
Yes.
And had a $12 price tag on it. While I don't necessarily need there to be 8 minutes and 25 seconds of rondo, the first 3 tracks on it are all fun enough, deep but fun pop psych that everything else just kind of feels like a payoff after that. This really is good, and the write-up that's given to it by our good friend Richard Morton Jack in his new Psychedelia book really kind of put this one over the edge and glued it to the list for me.
This is another online find from the eBays. Including shipping, this was 37 bucks, and average price on Discogs is right about 100 bucks. This is food. Forever is a dream, man. This was a huge one for me. I'd wanted it for a long time. Had listened to it a ton on YouTube. Finally found a copy in my price range. This one and Ivory may have been my 2 most played albums of the year. This one I bought early in the year. It was like April or May.
I remember you showing it.
You know, it had the time to spend there, and just kept growing on me and growing on me. It starts off really floaty, and then it gets super fuzzed up and heavy, and it maintains that for a while until it gets back to the floaty. There's just a nice interplay between those two styles. And the closing track, Here We Go Again, ends with like a super crazy sped up guitar solo, and when it's done you're like, I want to go again. Let's flip it and do it again.
It's the roller coaster, get off and get back in line.
It is. Yeah, this is fantastic. If you can track down a copy of this, I know it's been reissued as well. It's on CD. However you need to get hold of this one. This is essential psych, I would say.
I love you, baby,
All right, I did get to dig in San Diego this year,
that's cool.
and I got a lot of cool stuff there. But the thing from that trip that I've pretty definitively, I would say, listened to most, making yet another appearance on our countdown, the group Love.
Yes, that's awesome.
And I know I said it when I showed this already, but Forever Changes, at best, Love's third best album. This one and Da Capo are better. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, My Little Red Book, absolutely amazing. Love the Hey Joe cover on this, and Mushroom Clouds. Same tracks I talked about the last time, but man, they're so good. Love is so good. It's awesome.
It is.
I'm not going to even overtalk this one. Love, self-titled. It's awesome. And there it is. It's my number 6 pick.
This one for me was one that started low on the list, and the more I thought about it and kind of arranged the list, the higher it kept climbing. And given more time, it may edge up into the top 3 or 2 spot. I don't know. This is Grapefruit, Around Grapefruit. I don't even know if I've talked to you about this. Man, this is so good. This is going back to the pop psych. Very Beatles-esque pop psych. But it's different enough that it's not a Beatles ripoff. You know what I mean? Like, they're not trying to sound like the Beatles. It just happens to be kind of in a similar style to what the Beatles were doing around the time of like Magical Mystery Tour. It's sort of whimsical in spots. A little bit tongue-in-cheek with the lyrics in a couple tracks, but overall, just wonderfully written music and melodies, and every song you listen to, you're like, ooh, that might be my favorite track on the album. And then the next one plays, you're like, ooh, I don't know, that one's really good too. But I think Yesterday's Sunshine kind of seals the deal for me. This is really, really good. Number 4, Tomorrow You Can Ask Me, and it might be at number 3. I don't know. Yeah.
This one, it's at number 4 with a bullet.
Oh.
Because it's the last album that I purchased in 2017.
Oh, wow.
I really like the Headshot.
Oh, wow.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
It's so good. This is how good it is. My wife and I needed to leave the house earlier today, and I was ready and she wasn't, which is never what happens, by the way.
It's so true.
But I was ready and she wasn't, and I was like, are you ready to go? I put on Revolution, and she was like, oh, that's so terrible, I'm leaving, let's go. That's how good this is. She hated it. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
It is as if on many tracks on side 1, a little bit on side 2, but on side 1, they mixed the left speaker garagey, and they mixed the right speaker jammy.
Interesting.
2 different guitar parts playing simultaneously. One super garagey, one is super like acidy.
Oh man.
It's awesome. And I'm tempted. I know I'm gonna do the like listen to one side, listen to the other side. But having only had 2 days, I just wanted to listen to it in its full force, man. And it is, like I said, it's number 4 with a bullet.
Yeah.
If it had some more time, I would have listened to this one a whole bunch more, and it might have even been higher.
St. Louis Record Show coming through big for me at number 3. This is Bob Smith, The Visit. Pretty unassuming cover, a very underwhelming cover, but the music within is mind-blowing. This is so good. I got this for $45, a little bit of a pony up, but average price on Discogs currently is about $150. There's a lot of blues influence, but it's all in the psychedelic realm, including a track that's called Source U Blues, 6-minute long blues psych jam. Really good. But before that track is a track called India Slumber, which is 8 minutes long. It has a very Eastern influence, gets a little bit floaty, and then gets heavy. So it kind of hops around styles. And it doesn't always work as like an album experience, but each track on its own, you listen to them and you're like, oh, this is really good. Bob Smith plays the guitar and sings. Sounds similar to Jim Morrison on a few tracks. Not as good as a singer as Jim Morrison, but that kind of style. Very like theatrical voice. But his guitar playing is really, really, really good. Searing guitar leads, very acidic, very deep. You know, it's not pop psych, it's just psych. And freaking good, man.
I can say with confidence that my number 3 is the thing I listened to the most this year.
Ooh, okay.
It's also not psych.
Okay, that's cool. Totally fine.
Couldn't believe I found a copy of it. Still in the shrink, haven't taken it out. Beastie Boys, Paul's Boutique. This is my first or second favorite hip-hop album of all time. And I think if you go on this list, I think you could say that if hip-hop gets psychedelic, this is an album that happens on.
Cool.
Tons of Beatles samples on this. You listen to this music and you think, that really is taking the possibility of what a person can do with music in a different direction. Paul's Boutique is a unique hip-hop gem. You should give it a listen. Even if you're a psych fan, I think you will find this to be a fun album, and you will certainly recognize all the influences of great soul and psych and funk that they take and they put into this sort of, again, unique, one-of-a-kind masterpiece. So
that's very cool.
Paul's Boutique, listen to it a whole bunch. I love it.
Number 2. Both top 2 are online purchases. Kind of unusual, but this one was an eBay find. I put in the starting bid and won it for the starting bid. I was very excited about it. It is the Sapphire Thinkers, From Within. This is right in the pop psych vein, kind of similar to Eternity's Children, which made my number 1 or 2. Yeah, my number
2
1.
years ago.
Yeah, it's not as sunshiny as Eternity's Children, but it's very poppy. But it's very psychedelic as well. Melancholy Baby opens the album, and it's so good. It is really one of those like perfect little pop psych nuggets. You know, just over 2 minutes, really fun track. And the rest of the album maintains a similar sound and vibe. They alternate between female vocals and male vocals. Some tracks share some but the harmonies are all really, really good on here. And for being on a small label like Hobbit Records, the production is really, really good on here. It's not muddy, it's not lo-fi. It sounds really great, and it's so much fun, and I love the cover. When you put it all together, it's just like, this is an album I knew I would love, and I do.
My number 2 is the one you think is my number 1.
Oh no.
It's my jealousy generator.
Dang it.
It's the one you want the most of everything that I got this year. And it really, truly is great. It's not just because Mellow Yellow wants it. Surprise package.
So jealous.
Free up. It's so good.
I really thought this would be your number 1.
Oh man. So it's Unipack. That's kind of a downer, and I don't really, the inner gatefold is nothing great, but that cover is solid. Really, and then you see the actual photo on the back and you're like, oh, I guess I know why they did that. But the surprise pack, this is awesome, man. Lee Hazelwood Records, it's organ and guitar and fuzz and deep
jerk.
$16.99.
It's amazing. That is a
at Vintage Vinyl. Yeah.
Gosh, dang it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Alright, my number 1. He is guessed. Well, you're not going to be able to see that.
I guess Neighb'rhood Children. Am I right? I'm right.
Nailed it. This is not the best copy of this album. I fully understand that. I got this on eBay for 38 bucks. I don't even care. I don't give a crap that this is, like, at best a VG copy. This is so good. It's so good. And the disc is actually really nice. So, fuzzed up, garage, psych pop goodness. Even the cover of Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz, which everyone else that's ever written a review about this is like, that's the worst track on here. No, it's great. I'm an apologist for the Neighb'rhood Children. Everything about this album is awesome. Yeah, this is just such a fun listen. This is a highlight of the collection for sure. Yeah, nice.
All right.
Well, I'm very excited to see your number one, since I really thought your number two would be in that spot. So.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some themes here.
Okay.
Group with female member. Check.
Okay.
As much about the shopping experience as it was about the record. Check.
Okay.
Your number one is happy elf music, Buddy the Elf. My number one is sad downer music.
Okay.
And I just thought, as I was putting this list together, in fact, I've known this for a while, there are not going to be too many days in my life where I get to go shopping for records in New York City and buy
I should have known this.
an original Velvet Underground. So not to be the guy who wears the t-shirt to the band you're going to see, but
this is awesome.
At a record store in the Flatiron District, this was in the bins for 35 bucks.
Awesome.
Talked to the guy, got him down to 30 bucks for it, and White Light, White Heat, man. White Light, White Heat.
Fantastic.
I've heard people say that side one of this album is nothing but a prelude to side two, and obviously it all comes down to Sister Ray.
Yeah.
Obviously,
right.
That is a magnum opus. But I'm a big fan of The Gift. I Heard Her Call My Name, also just beautiful. Lou Reed just can write the hell out of some songs, man.
Yeah.
My number one, White Light, White Heat.
That's awesome.
Anyway, what do you want to listen to?
All of it.
All right. Well, we'll listen to some of these records here and talk a little bit. We've got a record show tomorrow to get to, so we're starting early, as always, on our 2018 list here. Hope to see you next time. Comment below. Till then, avoid scratches, stay in the groove.
With
3 minutes hard and heavy. That's how your daughter was conceived, right?
3 minutes is generous, sir. Thank you for that. I pulled out a nose hair the other day. Just yanked it with the hand. It was the thickest nose hair I've ever seen. Was driving in my car, yanked it, and was like, whoa, look at this thing. And then I looked in the rearview mirror and blood is just gushing out of my nose. Oh, I got it. Make a wish.
That's not the only thing he is for the Neighb'rhood Children.
Oh, good God. I'm not on any lists. I would like to make that clear.